My favorite customer.
You can't keep going backwards, you gotta move forwards, otherwise your throne is gonna go down. And it's looking like they just cannot stop this. It is going to be Team Liquid, who already secured themselves in the upper bracket off of some of the other match results, but the Ultra secured it now with getting a victory in Game 1 over Talon.
Yeah, they will not sneak their way into the upper bracket. They will claim an upper bracket slot against a top team here at the Riyadh Masters. And Talon getting pushed down a notch in a game that they might have felt very comfortable scaling even from a behind position. They just couldn't sync up those team fights. I go back to the Roche fight top. Chrono and Black Hole on 4 different heroes. None of them die. Something went wrong in that team fight. And this base defense, you're stacking the Chrono and the Black Hole on everybody who's vacuumed in. I think Liquid just played these fights really well. They put Talon in a position where you have to make these clutch decisions, which is what you want to do with these big ulti lineups, and just kind of jam heroes into them, stack everybody on top of each other, and then even when these Chronos go down, you're catching your own team. Even when these Black Holes go down, maybe you're inside a Wukong, right? It puts you in a very awkward spot. Talon feeling a little bit of the pressure in this game as Liquid ramped it up. It did not start out too fast, but they eventually got there. And Mickey impressed me with this Monkey King. I thought the Monkey was maybe going to cause them more issues in terms of how early can you do the Roshan. They did it real damn early. How easy can you go high ground? Well, with Aegis and Ags, not a problem. He ends that game 11-3 and 17.
I think my favorite rotation, and it was one of my favorite heroes at the start of this patch, was him going through the portal early. I think it's one of the unique factors of Monkey King is how efficiently he can go through the portal and show up for that gank that they had on 23 Savage. And that kind of start is what led them to a Game 1 victory over Talon.
And I'm going to take this game as well as Liquid clean up Talon with the surprise refresher from Mickey, and that's it. They tried to walk into that pit. If you don't have a second Chrono, there's some hope there, but the overwhelming net worth that just got accumulated in this game pushes Liquid to a Game 2 victory. They'll take the 2-0, and goddamn, did they look convincing in this series. Talon's greed just was not working for them here at all, as Liquid, I don't think it was the fastest buildup we've seen from them in terms of, okay, they just pushed you at 20 minutes or something. It just felt very solid and convincing, right? I don't feel like Talon were finding kills in this game to maintain an even distribution. And then their itemization is very greedy in this game too. Sure, there's a lot of playmaking potential, but at the end of the day, none of it really matters because your Deucer just gets Chrono twice. And that's it. There's no save, there's no turnaround, there's no disjoint in the fight. All of this net worth, all these items are building for everybody to shine. It ends up meaning that 23 can't do anything.
Rough series for Talon. This is a really rough way. It was a good group stage for them. They still end up second within their group, but to end on a loss like that, that's gotta feel really bad. Going into playoffs and ending on a loss.
I think if it were any other team, it's maybe a little bit better. Liquid has been their bane the entire year as well, right?
Yeah.
And so you're hitting the same brick wall that you've hit before, and that can be very frustrating. However, I do think Talon have looked quite good in this group stage overall. I think they should be confident going into the playoffs. They've had a lot of stuff working for them. I think this series, again, it's just their #1 nemesis in Liquid. It throws you off, it puts you in a weird position. They did not look their best. There were still some glimmers of hope and, you know, some glimmers of what we know the potential this team is in those late game fights. This game was just more of a shutout, and it goes back to like this opening exchange between the Snapfire and the TA. We saw Game 1, they stole the Snapfire away. This Snapfire pick is causing teams problems. Liquid are abusing the hell out of it. Not only did they beat yours, they beat you with it in an opportunity for you to show that you have an answer to this hero. So that's also a factor as we go into this playoffs. What are teams' confidence versus some of the picks that Liquid have built up? That's part of what makes this team strong. They figure out what works for them as the tournament goes deeper and deeper. And man, are they proposing some